Hi, I'm Josh Dubois, and we've been talking about bartending basics. And now I'm going to show you what perishable items or non-alcoholic items you're going to need for your own home bar. Now the first thing to keep around, and I would only keep this around really if you're going to be having a party, is mint. You use this in such drinks as mint juleps or a mojito, and you might not always want to keep this around because it does go bad, but it is important to have if you're having a party. The next thing to have is a variety of juices around. You're going to want to have pineapple juice. Pineapple juice goes in a lot of mixed drinks. And now you don't need to have every juice under the sun. You don't need to have juices such as apple juice or other juices like that, but you do need to have quite a bit of juice around. Included in that list of juice that you need is tomato juice. You're going to need tomato juice for drinks like Bloody Marys. You're also going to want to have orange juice. You want to keep orange juice in large quantities because you use orange juice in a ton of mixed drinks. The next juice that you want to have around is a cranberry juice. Cranberry juice also goes in lots of mixed drinks like Cape Cods and such. Next, from juice, you're going to want to have lemon juice and lime juice. And now you can also use lemons or limes, but just make sure that you have the right ratio of juice actually coming out of that lemon or lime. The next thing that you're going to want to keep around are some garnishes. Now, first on the garnish list is going to be maraschino cherries. Cherries go in Manhattans, cherries go in lots of other drinks, and they're a really nice garnish for drinks. Not a complete necessity, but it's kind of cool to keep around, and the one time that you actually will need it, it's really cool to have to impress somebody with a drink, is cocktail onions. Not too many people like them in their drinks, but you can garnish martinis with cocktail onions, and some people really, really like it. So it's good to keep around, and it's really cheap. Another thing to keep around garnish-wise is olives. You want to keep your olives. Now, a trick about olives is a lot of things use olive juice, like dirty martinis. Well, if you use up all of the olive juice and you still have a bunch of olives, one thing you can do is just replace it with water and let it sit. That water soon turns into something similar to olive juice. It's not just as good, but it's pretty good. You're going to want to keep around hot sauce for drinks such as Bloody Marys. Also in Bloody Marys, Worcestershire sauce. There's a couple things that some people actually think do not have alcohol in them, but they do. And those things are drinks such as bitters. Now, you never really use too much of bitters, so it's always good to keep it around. You're not going to run out of it. You'll probably buy 1 or 2 bottles in your lifetime. The other thing is vermouth. Vermouth does have alcohol in it, but it's really good to keep around for martinis and such. Another thing that you can get with or without alcohol is grenadine. Grenadine is used to make drinks like tequila sunrise, and it's always good to keep it around because it's really strong and concentrated. The next things that you're going to need are sugars. You use a lot of sugars in making drinks. You want to make the drinks, the alcohol taste good, and so you're going to use a lot of sugar in a lot of drinks. You're going to want to keep around regular sugar and also powdered sugar, and we'll talk about that later when we actually get into making the drinks. And you're going to need some tonic water, and you're also going to need some club soda. And we'll talk about that later. Those go into mixed drinks. And last but not least, you're going to need a cola, a Sprite, or a 7-Up, some Red Bull, and all of those go into mixed drinks. And then the very, very last thing you want to keep around, which most people don't think of, is cinnamon. Cinnamon is a really, really good garnish to drinks. It lights on fire, which is really cool, and it's really nice just to keep around at your bar. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the bartending tools and how to use them.
To watch the other segments in this video series or for how-to videos on almost any other topic, visit monkeyseed.com.